Hi, my name is Reggie Powell, and on behalf of the crew here at Marriage Reconciliation Playbook, I'd like to welcome you to another marriage massaging love fest where we take seriously your marriage. We take seriously your love. We welcome it in and we say, congratulations to the two of you. We appreciate what you are doing to the point where we want to take it upon ourselves to make sure your marriage is the best marriage that it can possibly be. We want your marriage to be a permanently successful, loving marriage. And the way we want to do that is we want to alleviate all issues, all stepping stones that lay in between the two, your marriage and that goal of a permanently loving, successful marriage. So if you have any stumbling blocks, any issues that are on your mind that your marriage just can't get past, we're asking that you drop them in the comments so we can talk about them and we can straighten them out and get that out of your way. So that's why we are here. We want to help your marriage go as far as it can. And in that spirit, we're asking if you could please subscribe to the channel. It's free and it's the only way that we're going to be able to continue to provide needed marriage relationship help. And also, we want to offer protection, automatic free protection for your marriage. So once you leave here, go on over to marriagereconciliationplaybook.com. Please sign up for our free daily successful marriage tips so the two of you have no excuse not to treat each other lovingly on a daily basis. Also, cover yourself completely by downloading our free marriage reconciliation playbook guide. It's the perfect tool to introduce you to what we're all about, as well as to start you off on the right foot towards representing our successful, loving marriage revolution. We want your marriage to represent what we're doing here, which is trying to turn this world into a world full of loving marriages, starting with yours. So how do we want to help today? Well, we want to offer this some information called "You're Not All of That." You may have heard a movie in the past, heard of a movie in the past called "She's All That," and that's kind of what where we're coming from. When it comes to the two of you and your spirited conversations and the anger that you can feel, the emotions that you sometimes feel towards each other, that, let's just say it, don't do any good for your marriage. There are some emotions. Let's back up a minute. There are some emotions that your marriage goes through that literally do not do your marriage any good. But these are emotions that you have while you're having these spirited conversations. And a lot of times that turns out to be when you think about the death of marriages and how marriages end up becoming separated and that type of thing, it has a lot to do with something that happened in the heat of the moment. You got mad and you said something you shouldn't have, you did something you shouldn't have, and it's all about getting mad. And this is where we want to discuss when it comes to these spirited conversations. Let's stop with when it comes to the getting mad, when it comes to the anger portion. Let us start to remember we are not all that. We may be some of that, but we're not all of that. So how dare us in a spirited conversation with our significant other, how dare us start thinking along the lines of, you have no right to say that to me. I'm mad at you just because you said that to me. Or the tone in which you said it. You had no right to say that to me in that tone. Let's start alleviating all of that junk. That does nothing but put bad vibes into your marriage. That does nothing but help your marriage moving forward. The next time you have an argument, those things come back into play when they're really irrelevant to the love of your marriage. Let us start to remember that though we are some of that, yes, we're some of that, but we are not all of that, to the point where somebody should not be allowed to talk to us in a certain way. Somebody should not be allowed to say words to us. There should always be room for understanding of where those feelings are coming from, where those words are coming from. Because 9 times out of 10, when it all cools down, the person that gave those words is going to have a whole new perspective anyway. I'm sorry I said those words, and this is why. If we're growing, this is why you can say. If we're growing, you can say, this is why I said those words. And I now realize that that's where I was coming from. And then moving forward, your marriage is that much better. So let us just remember, while you are some of that, you're not all that. And we're going to leave it there. Take care and take care of each other.